Let's talk about the hardest part of planning a Disney vacation: attention allocation. When you're spending thousands of dollars to be there, the natural instinct is to rush from ride to maximize your ticket value. That quantity-first approach is why so many families hit a physical wall by day 3. They treat the parks like a checklist, sprinting through the crowds until everyone is completely exhausted. There is a different way to pace your trip. It's a quality-first approach, where you intentionally slow your walking speed and sacrifice covering ground to look for hidden Mickeys. This scavenger hunt started as an inside joke. When Imagineers were building the parks, like the spaceship Earthsphere in the late 70s, they secretly slipped the classic Mickey silhouette into the architecture. Eventually, park executives clearly noticed the trend. Instead of painting over them, they left them in and officially embraced the practice, turning a quiet rebellion into a permanent park feature. This history transforms the hunt into a strategic tool for managing your family's physical energy throughout the day. To make this work, you have to understand that not all hidden details require the same amount of effort to find. You need to calibrate your search to how much energy your group actually has left. The absolute easiest targets are 3-circle silhouettes. Because your brain recognizes this shape, it's a quick win. Difficulty spikes with a profile Mickey, where eyes work harder. Finally, color-coded and full-body Mickeys force you to analyze complex environmental patterns to see the character. There is a massive psychological difference here. Scanning a wall for 3 circles takes almost zero mental bandwidth, while trying to decipher a complex pattern in the landscaping demands active concentration. If you know these categories, you can consciously adjust the difficulty of the hunt. When everyone is exhausted at 4 in the afternoon, stick to the easy 3-circle targets to keep the mood light without burning mental energy. The best place to deploy this strategy is where you have the most idle time, the standby lines at Magic Kingdom. We call this queue distraction. If you map rides by wait time versus hidden detail density, Haunted Mansion is the sweet spot. You turn a painful wait into an interactive game. But beware the lag zone. Hyper-focusing in a fast-moving line will frustrate the people behind you. You can apply this same tactic over at EPCOT, particularly when walking through the dense architecture of the Italy and Morocco pavilions. The Imagineers hid very few Mickeys in these areas, and that high difficulty serves a purpose. It forces you to slow down and actually look at the authentic cultural tilework and masonry. But there is a clear friction point. Trying to spot a tiny architectural flourish is nearly impossible when the World Showcase pathways are packed shoulder to shoulder during a busy festival. If you time it right, deploying this hunt in ride queues and specific pavilions takes the worst part of a theme park, the waiting, and converts it into high-value entertainment. That dynamic completely flips when you enter highly themed, in-universe lands at Hollywood Studios. Here, the hunt actually creates narrative breakage. Take Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. The Imagineers built this land to operate as an isolated planet, strictly removed from the rest of the Disney universe. There are a few contraband Mickeys hidden there, but looking for them requires breaking the strict Star Wars illusion that the designers spent millions to engineer. You face a different kind of friction at Animal Kingdom. Scanning buildings for a shape is easy, but analyzing the complex organic structures of a jungle environment requires intense physical effort. Look at the Tree of Life. Identifying a subtle Mickey shape buried within hundreds of intricate animal carvings is a punishing task for your eyes. This is why an arrival day strategy at your resort hotel or Disney Springs is effective. You can hunt for details and burn off your kids' travel energy, and you haven't spent a dime on a park ticket yet. Ultimately, hunting in deeply immersive or organic environments is a calculated choice. You are choosing to briefly break the illusion of the space in exchange for finding the designer's hidden signatures. Even with the right mindset, executing this strategy at the wrong time of day will actively damage your itinerary. Take the rope drop strategy. The first hour the park is open is the only time ride lines are completely empty. Sacrificing that crucial hour to stare at a brick wall looking for a Mickey is a massive tactical error. Some guests try to optimize the hunt by downloading third-party database apps, trading organic searching for a high-efficiency guarantee. The trade-off is steep. Using a checklist app removes the joy of discovery, keeping your family's eyes glued to their phones instead of the actual environment. If you want to have the mental bandwidth to hunt organically, you have to offload your logistics beforehand. That's why I created the Walt Disney World First Timers Complete Planning Guide, available for $37 at mydisneybrain.com. By locking in your daily structure, dining reservations, and budget before you arrive, you eliminate the cognitive load of decision-making. That master plan is how you retain the free energy required to actually look around the parks. To make this practical, we need to match the intensity of the hunt to your specific visitor archetype. If you're a first-timer, strictly limit this to queue distractions. You have too much ground to cover. If elevated to a primary objective, your daily schedule will collapse. But for a repeat guest, elevating the hunt changes how you experience the entire trip. This shift empowers the repeat guest to act as an explorer who dictates the pace of the day. A hidden Mickey provides value by forcing you to be hyper-present in a moment that most guests simply rush past.